Tonight, Vice President JD Vance on his way to Geneva, Switzerland for talks with Iran. Vance spoke at a noisy Joint Base Andrews in Maryland, even as tensions over the Strait of Hormuz and new fighting threaten to derail diplomacy.
Somebody will shoot, and then somebody will respond, and you kind of have a chicken and egg problem where you just got to stop the scene for long enough to get the ceasefire to hold.
And today, shipping in the Strait of Hormuz faced new disruptions after Iran said it was closing the waterway. CBS's Imtiaz Tyab is in Tel Aviv with new reporting. Imtiaz, good evening to you.
Tom, good evening. It's not only the high-stakes talks in Switzerland between the U.S. and Iran which are now in doubt, so too is the day-old ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah, with Tehran saying until the fighting stops, the Strait of Hormuz will remain closed. Southern Lebanon is still a battlefield. The deadly violence here has been so intense, at least 16 people were killed, according to Lebanese officials. Local residents like Abbas Ezzedine are angry. We've been dealing with the Israeli enemy since 1948, and they have no credibility, he says. They tell you that there's a ceasefire, and then they strike you again. The fresh strikes come just hours into the U.S.-brokered ceasefire between Israel and Iran-backed Hezbollah, and 2 days after President Trump signed a memorandum of understanding with Tehran, which calls for a, quote, permanent termination of military operations on all fronts, including Lebanon. The Israeli military says it carried out attacks on Hezbollah targets after more than 50 projectiles were fired at its forces overnight, killing 1 soldier and injuring at least 10. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed to keep Israeli forces in southern Lebanon until all threats are eliminated, while Tehran has accused Israel of acting in bad faith and has responded by closing the Strait of Hormuz, where a growing number of oil and gas tankers had begun transiting. Yaakov Katz is an Israeli author and military analyst.
Trump wants this over, wants Israel to restrain itself, whether it's in Iran or Lebanon or any other of the different multiple fronts that it faces, while Israel feels, 1 second, we started this war together with you. Now they feel a little betrayed.
And according to U.S. Central Command, at least 55 commercial ships had transited the Strait of Hormuz today. Now, that would be the largest number of vessels to cross in a day since Iran effectively closed the waterway early in the war, but still far below the 130 daily pre-war average. But with Tehran saying the strait is closed yet again, Tom, so much more is now in doubt.
All right, Imtiaz, thank you for that.